Hi, this is Vivek Dahiya, and you're watching me on Filmibeat. I am still a non-dancer. I'm only as good as dancing on birthday parties and shadis. There were a lot of learnings. I learned a lot about myself. I learned my limits. In the night, when I would sleep, in my bed also, I would just keep rehearsing in my mentally.
Yeah.
So when you're making mental notes, na, so वो थोड़े बहुत हाथ पैर चल रहे होते हैं. And then once I'm asleep also, those they don't cease there. So Divyanka has been poked and nudged and kicked and punched a lot of times. When Divyanka also came, she was so happy. She had no idea. She came in that attire.
Yeah.
It took me 2 seconds to understand that that is the same attire that she'd worn on
The
wedding. I just think that it's a business, end of the day.
Yeah.
Starting New Year's, I have a few meetings aligned.
Yeah.
So when that happens, then I would know which direction I'm heading. But I have no idea.
Hi guys, welcome to Filmibeat. मैं हूँ मुर्तजा इकबाल and today I am with an actor जिन्होंने अपनी एक्टिंग से तो हमें इम्प्रेस कर ही दिया था, बट कुछ हफ्तों से ना मैं इनकी डांसिंग स्किल्स देख रहा हूँ और मुझे लग रहा है वाह क्या झलक दिखलाई है इन्होंने. Well, you must have all guessed it. I'm talking about none other than Vivek Dahiya, who is here with us today. Vivek, welcome to Filmibeat.
Thank you so much, Murtaza, and I really like your energy.
Thank you so much. I have to firstly start by saying this. ये जो झूठ रहता है ना कि मैं तो नॉन डांसर हूँ, मुझे नहीं आता, and then you come on stage getting 25, 26, 27, 30. I think there are only 2 जहाँ पे कुछ low scorers हुए थे, बाकी के 3 हफ्तों में तो 30 भी like judges बहुत strict थे इस टाइम 30 मिल गया था, and then you are like मैं तो नॉन डांसर हूँ. ये जो झूठ क्यों था?
नहीं, it was not a lie, honestly. वो बिल्कुल झूठ नहीं था. I am still a non-dancer. I'm only as good as dancing on birthday parties and shadis. I am just a very hardworking guy. That's all.
Yeah.
I can put in the hours. I don't get tired because I've worked so hard in terms of fitness and stamina and endurance and all of that. So I can probably go a notch higher than anyone else in
Yeah.
terms of putting the hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not gifted. So uh, but I'm glad that the journey went the way it did, and we were able to score a 30.
Yes.
While I was there, while I mean, we were there to reap the benefits or the fruits of the dedication that
Yeah.
we all gave in. So yeah, no complaints.
Right. But if you have to sum up, I think 6 weeks.
7 weeks.
7 weeks, yes.
Yeah.
If you have to sum up that, how would you sum up this journey of Jhalak?
So there were a lot of learnings. I learned a lot about myself. I learned my limits. Sometimes I think anyone, whoever has mental blocks, should undergo a challenge. Whether it's your fears of certain things or whether you feel that you're not able to do this. I think just go for it, and you will. Once you're there on the field, now then you realize there's actually we undervalue ourselves to a large degree, and then once we are in it, and the surroundings also help na, when it's a competitive spree that you a competitive environment that you are
yes.
that you are a part of, then you do things that you get surprised by. So I say that it was very very enlightening, because I tested my limits and I could go beyond my own self, and which is great. I think uh, going forward, I would not undermine myself as much as I did before.
Right.
And I think also when you're, I mean, okay, let me just give you an example. So in the night, when I would sleep, in my bed also, I would just keep rehearsing in my mentally.
Yeah.
So when you're making mental notes na, so वो थोड़े बहुत हाथ पैर चल रहे होते हैं. And then once I'm asleep also, those they don't cease there. So Divyanka has been poked and nudged and kicked and punched a lot of times, and the side effects were that one time, I think it was, yeah, this is really funny. So I applied shaving cream on my toothbrush, and I
my God.
brushed with it. And I didn't feel it
Because
straight
you
away
were in
because
that
it has
dance rehearsal zone.
it was my performance day.
Oh,
So
my God.
I was thinking about my steps, and I just went, did I just, and for good 15 seconds I didn't realize also. That's the best part, because so this particular shaving gel had some, you have all these acai
हाँ हाँ
and this and that, which is refreshing
refreshing.
for the skin,
So
but
you
not
must
to
have
be
started.
applied with that. So I felt that, oh, it's probably a new one.
Yeah.
And then 15 seconds later, when I came to realization, I said, oh my God, what am I doing to myself? And then this happened again. I applied something on my hair also.
Oh shit.
And I said, okay, this is really getting, I need to stop this. So
Yeah.
my mind and my body, everything was just in one zone. So I think, all these things really add up to creating a lot of memories and learnings.
Right. But somewhere on the other hand, was the elimination shocking for you? Because it just happened like a 3 mark thing, like one mark from
Yeah.
the judges. Was there a shocking thing for you?
Yeah, it was. And, but I think now I'm okay. I was a little upset, but I'm okay now, and I'm thinking that everything happens for a reason, and one should just take the positives. Looking back at it, I think I did everything beyond my
Yeah.
capacity, and there are no regrets whatsoever. I I have no control over the external factors.
Yeah.
All I can have control over is my body, my actions, and the kind of work that I can put in.
True.
So, which I did, and well, I think people saw it also. I have been getting a lot of feedback, so I'm very happy about that. That I'm making, the people who've stood by me for so many years,
Yeah.
who've seen my work, and they've actually come a long way with me.
Yes.
They're my Instagram family
Fans. Yeah.
or Twitter family. They've been there through thick and thin, and now is no different. So I feel they've been affected the most, more than my own personal family. My family is obviously, they've seen my parents, for
Yeah.
example. They've seen a lot in life. For them, they look at it and they say, कोई बात नहीं,
आगे बढ़ो.
तुमने अच्छा किया, आगे बढ़ो. Stop
Yes.
mulling over it. So that was that comes from um, a tough life they've led.
Yes.
So those kind of words come from, okay, it's okay, and they're able to, their foresightedness, they're able to see things that maybe I wasn't able to see
Yeah.
during those 2 days when I got affected. But my fans, they're young, the Instagram family that I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So they also feel my pain. They also feel everything that I was
Yeah, they're
feeling,
quite
I think.
very upset. I have seen
They're
the
very
comments. Yeah.
upset. They're very upset, and they've been spamming the channel. They've been outspoken. They are just going all out, and I just want to say that this is so humbling, and I can't be thankful enough for everything that you guys are doing, and it is very, very, very touching and very heartwarming, and I will never forget this. This has only been the start. I will go places, and I will take you guys with me to those places.
That's so sweet. Such a wonderful message to all your fans. Vivek, of course, when you talk about performances, of course, as I said, there were only 2 times when there were low scores. Baki, of course, you were going very well. But which was the most difficult performance for you? Was it the pole dance one? Or maybe other one? Because when I
The
looked at those,
most,
I
yeah,
think for me, pole dance one was the most difficult.
I agree to that, but to be very honest, pole dance was physically, uh, it gave me a lot of bruising
Yeah.
and friction burns, but it was not the most difficult one because it requires strength,
Yeah.
and strength I have plenty. It was just about maneuvering your body, and every time your skin burns, na, it it gets very
Yeah.
annoying. So I wouldn't say it was the most difficult. The most difficult would probably be um, hmm, Dindora.
Dindora. For which you got 30.
Yeah, Dindora was definitely one of the most. In fact, for Dindora, we had another. There was one Dhanuchi.
Yeah.
You know what Dhanuchi is?
Dhanushi dance, yeah.
Yeah. So
Which
we
happens in Kolkata, Bengal.
correct. Yeah, yeah. So we had integrated a Dhanuchi segment,
Yeah.
which requires a lot of mobility.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, So eventually it got edited. It got cut. We didn't perform on that
Yeah.
because it was getting too long.
Too long. Yeah.
So because that itself was a 30-second portion. So balancing that and moving around with that, I think that was quite difficult. And then whole, from one hole to another,
Yeah.
I had done something. Then towards the end, so all of that, it was very physically exhausting.
Right.
Towards the end, for me to go and stand like that and have a smile on my face, it was not easy. And I think that was probably the most hard performance
Right.
physically.
This, of course, while you got eliminated, but it was very special. There was a remarriage happening there on the set. How
I
was
know.
that
Can
experience?
you
How
imagine?
emotional zone you were, you and Divyanka? How was that?
Uh, it was special. I knew I somehow got a feeling that I'm going to be in the bottom two. So since the morning, I was just hoping that it doesn't happen. And uh, when Divyanka also came, she was so happy. She had no idea. She came in that attire.
Yeah,
It took me 2 seconds to understand that that is the same attire that she'd worn on
the wedding
the
day.
wedding.
Oh wow.
So she had reconditioned it. She had called mummy from Bhopal, and she had it sent over, and then all of that happened. So I was just, I was in a very different zone. She was very happy,
Yeah,
but I had that sinking feeling that it might just be the last time
yeah.
that I'm on stage. But I couldn't convey that to her. So I just went along with it. You know, uh, I was just being happy, and I forgot. I tried to forget that on the side. But the moment she left, I had a drop. I suddenly felt lonely because for that moment, I forgot everything.
Yeah.
But the moment she left, I said, okay, if if God forbid this happens, she'd be very upset. More than me, I think she'll also be broken that she came today, and today was the day when it had happened. It had to happen, and that's what happened. Also, she was not. Um, she was obviously annoyed and upset.
Right.
That why this day out of all the other times,
Yeah.
why only today? So,
But still, I
but
think it was a special exit, I would say.
it was a special exit at the time,
Yeah.
but when we look back at it, we think, it's left a little dent,
Yes.
but that's okay.
Of
Fine.
course, as we are talking about Divyanka, I have to say that you guys are like couple goals for, I think, your fans also. It's just so cute to see you guys pictures, Instagram reels, and
Yeah,
everything. So
yeah,
I think she has always been this strength that you have, and you have been there. It's
yeah.
so wonderful. I think as a person who also sees those Instagram reels, I wanted to convey this to you that you guys are
So
like
sweet.
hashtag couple goals.
Thank you so much. Yeah, means a lot. Thank you.
You know, Vivek, whenever any reality show happens, there is always the talk on social media that happens that there's a biasness towards someone. You're also, of course, while you might not be getting time, but of course, as a journalist, we do go and research about on Twitter or Instagram and everything. There have been times people are saying that, of course, Tanisha is being biased by judges and some other contestants also. Do you feel that there is a biasness, or do you feel that it's whole and solely on the performance?
Uh, is it time to be diplomatic or is it time to be real? My God. How
I
do I
leave that
put
on
it?
you.
How do I put it? I just think that it's a business. End of the day,
Yeah,
uh, they've got to do what is required
yeah,
uh, to make a successful show. To be able to have a larger uh, group of audience watching it. So sometimes we all have a journey, we all play protagonists in our own life
yeah,
journey, and it is very difficult to put yourself aside, to be selfless, and think about another contestant who you're competing with. Think about their journey. Where have they come from? all the things that they have led.
Yeah.
What has led them to be here, to be on the stage competing with. So when I watch everyone's VT is that visual that they
Yeah.
play. In the introductory week, we all saw where do they all hail from? What is the world
Yeah.
that they come from? For example, whether it's Tanisha, whether it's Karuna ji, whether it's Sangeeta, everyone, and you're like, wow. For they're all celebrities,
Yeah.
obviously. For them to come here, so I think it is very difficult to gauge how much effort is one putting in. What on the outside, what seems to be easy, and that, oh, they are having it easy, but we don't know where do they hail from,
Right.
what their story has been, and nobody really gives a damn about learning about, why do you care? That's the question. So sometimes we may feel dejected that, oh, others are getting preferences, but there must be some goodwill that they've earned
Yeah.
for them to reach there. If somebody is having an X amount of following, and because of that they are getting advantage, I feel they've worked hard towards having that following, right? So I mean, it's a matter of perception. How do you want to see that? Do you want to give them credit for that, or do you want to purely judge them on the basis of how they perform?
Right.
That is a call that a channel has to take. And again, it's subjective. Some channels would say, no, we will only judge the performance. For example, the last performance that I got
Yeah.
eliminated on. I got eliminated because the other act, Sangeeta's act, genre was comedy,
Yeah.
and it was a far more entertaining act. Now, there were two ways of judging it.
Yeah.
One, who danced more.
More. Yeah.
It's a dance show. The other way is that who gave more entertainment.
Yeah.
Now, there is no right or wrong here. There is absolutely, while I was upset,
Yeah.
while I was heartbroken, it took me some time to come out of it. Today, when I look at it, and I think it's a matter of the channel's vision.
Yeah.
So this is all I'm saying. It is for them to decide where do they want to take the show, how do they want to bring in the public, the audience, and how do they want to be remembered as. This is after a long time. Sony has got Jhalak Dikhhla
Yeah.
Jaa. Now this season, how do they want to be perceived? That when Colors did it, they did it this way. When Sony is doing it, they're doing it this way. So going forward, they have to create what to say, credibility. So
Right.
how do they want to create that credibility? Is
Right.
the management has to decide, not me.
Right. Of course, you have stayed away from reality shows. Like, I think you just did Taj Balye and then, of course, Jhalak.
Yeah.
But now, would you like to explore other reality shows as well? Maybe a Big Boss or a Khatro Ke Khiladi, if they come to you?
Big Boss, no. Uh, Nothing against the show, but I mean, you get incredible amount of fame from
Yeah.
there. But I'm not cut out for Big Boss. Khatro, yes, Khatro. I've always felt that I would like to go through the experience. It's, I mean, even if you pay someone, you can't be holding a crocodile in your hand.
Yeah. Okay.
It
Just
is
you
one of
said
those things.
crocodile and it reminded me Divyanka's stunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Magar Rani.
Magar Rani,
Yeah,
yes. I was very upset when she didn't win that season.
yeah,
Because I thought that she is like, not just me, I think everyone, my mother was also like, Divyanka ko jeetna chahiye tha.
correct.
Because I think each and every stunt that she does was fantastic.
Yeah. No, people come to us and they tell us that that season was remembered as Divyanka's
Divyanka's
season.
season. Till now, I think recently also when Rohit Shetty sir was mentioning someone, they said कि दिव्यांका ने ये stunt इतनी आसानी से कर लिया था.
Mm,
Because they do repeat stunts. So, I remember Rohit Shetty sir also mentioning her in the
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yes.
No. So she made a mark.
Yeah, she did.
So we are all very proud of her
Yes.
to be doing that. So yeah, I like to explore that also. She gets worried for me. She says that when you do Khatro, I'll be the most worried person because one is the like you don't have limits, like you push yourself too much.
Yeah.
So I said, but it's all safe, right?
Yeah.
You know that they will not take chances. And the other aspect is that she feels that because it's a reality show, obviously, you know, there are other aspects that get uh, roped in. It's not completely based on
Completely, yeah.
credibility. So yeah, the other aspect that she gets worried on is uh, because it's a reality show, it's not always based on credibility. It's sometimes, you know, there are things that can lead you to
Yeah.
be out.
Right. So, I remember meeting you during State of Siege, and I had asked you that, of course, that's coming on OTT.
Mm,
But do you have a dream to see yourself on the big screen? You had said, of course, as an actor, always you have that dream. That also happened this year. Chal Zindagi came.
yeah.
You made your big screen debut. How was that feeling? I mean, unfortunately, maybe the movie did do well. The buzz was not
Mm,
there, but I think it has got a great reviews on IMDb also, and
mm.
even your performance. So, how does that feel?
It was a lovely experience here. It was watching myself on the big screen. Um, I mean, I feel that the kind of film this was, it was like a documentary. It was not about remembering lines. It was most of it was
Yeah,
improvisation. We were given a scene and we would just improvise on the set. Okay, Sanjay ji is
yeah,
obviously a master
yeah,
blaster. He is uh, terrific in what he does. So he used to lead the team,
yeah,
you know, with his experience and knowledge. We all used to get led by him. So we just made our scenes impromptu, like we are sitting
yeah,
together. That, you know, I have arrived and this is how you ask me question.
yeah,
What is it? So we would just ask the director, okay, what is it that you want to derive out of this?
yeah,
Where do you want to take this forward? And they would just say, okay, you know, this is what I want to happen. So with those pointers, it was all like improv.
yeah,
So it was a lovely experience, and which is also, it also reflects in the film because we are all so natural. You will not feel that it's a film where there were dialogues and
yeah.
this and that. It was all like very natural. You will feel that you're traveling with us on that journey. So I'm just hoping that it gets a good digital
Yeah,
platform, so for people to see, because people have been asking me obviously
yeah,
that where and how can we watch it. It came out in the cinemas,
yeah, it did. Yeah,
but we didn't get them in because it's a small film, so we didn't get that many screens. But we will hopefully, God willing, we will soon be hitting the OTT, and then I will let everyone know.
yes.
Yeah.
Correct. I would like to know now if a lot of time it happens that wildcard entry ki through, they call you back in the show. Would you like to go back in Jhalak if they call you as a wildcard entry?
I don't know. Uh, I would really have to contemplate on that because, you know, based on the basis of um, I don't even know whether they call back ex
They don't.
contestants. They do? Okay, I don't know. So,
Like it's a mixture of ex contestants and they get some new also, and it's like that way.
okay. We'll see, yaar. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that yet. But if it does come, then I would really need to speak to them and just, yeah, we need to talk.
So lastly, I want to know that what's happening next after Jhalak, where your fans are going to see you now.
I don't know. I starting New Year's, I have a few meetings aligned.
Yeah,
So when that happens, then I would know which direction I'm heading. But I have no idea. And an actor usually, you know, goes through this phase where they don't know where where the next turn is going
turn
to
is
be.
going to
What is
be.
the next junction? And it's all a blur. And I'm actually okay with that. Keeps it adventurous. You know, keeps it spontaneous. That okay, you know, we don't know where life is gonna head, and that's where it's all mysterious and exciting.
Right. So how are you planning to celebrate your New Year's? Are you like a party person or a silent homely person?
I used to be a party person before I got married, but now I'm docile. I'm domesticated. So my family is down from Chandigarh.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be at home or visit. There's a house party that we'll attend, but not really going out because you know how New Year's
Yeah,
Eve
it's too crowded.
is absolutely manic when you go out. The prices are shooting up. Every place that you wanna, if you wanna book a room, also it is
Yeah.
so crazy expensive. So let's save this New Year's. Let's save.
Right. That's a great message for everyone this
Yeah,
year.
and
Let's see.
let's invest on ourselves
Yes.
starting New Year's.
Right. So Vivek, it was really nice chatting with you, and all the best for your future projects. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, man. It's been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Same
Thank
here.
you.